The Fed Group is a community, and it's amazing to see what's happened over the past few years. And the pandemic didn't stop us. We stayed connecting, and it's led us back to this room.
Leadership takes courage, right? It's not easy for me to stand in front of a group of my peers and a group of people that I want to have influence with, and a bunch of people that I care what think about me, and tell you those things. But leadership takes courage. This is a very important part of why and how I live my life now. So know that I'm not saying any of this thing with this emptiness in me that doesn't cost me something. Sleep very well last night because I knew I was going to have to tell you guys these things, but don't make them not true. Damn it, you're going to learn more about me and hopefully give you courage to do this in the future with the people under your influence.
And I never had a viral piece. I just consistently produced good content. I didn't burn myself out. I wasn't like, oh, I have to do this every day. I just did it a couple times a week, and it was sort of a slow and steady wins the race. And as a business, you want to be consistent.
Can you provide them with a roadmap to success? Okay, this is a big one for today's generation, right? We have the ability in our position to actually say, hey, this is where we're hiring you. Okay, you have this skill, and this skill. This is what you're gonna make, and this is why. But if you do X, Y, and Z, the next step for you is here. But tell them how to get there.
Leadership starts with the mentality of how do I serve? Which is interesting, Josh, because when you said how many are in the service lane, not everybody raised their hand. So let's try that again. How many are in the service lane? Let's try that again. Now, I know you're thinking service in the sense of what the industry says, but that's what you are in the industry of service because you're in leadership. Every single one of you, how many of you are in the service lane? All of us. We're all servants. That's what leadership is. It's showing up, and instead of looking at people and saying, this is what I want from you, this is what I want for you, and this is what sparked it.
And the reason I want to talk about building a brand is because if you can't get this part right, well, you're not going to be able to weather the storm during a time of disruption. But when talking about a brand, well, there's a million things we could talk about. Rich covers, Josh covers a lot of these things. We've heard talks today about, brand expression, brand authority, thought leadership, speaking at conferences like I'm currently doing now, visual identity, your logos, where to find the right designers. We could go on and on about brand and how to make a special one. But if we can't get one really important thing right, then none of this means anything. If we can't get this solid foundation of your brand built, well, you're not gonna last in the marketplace. And that one thing is your brand story.
So if you're struggling and you don't know what content to create, and you have to create content right there and then, go and see what others are doing with what they got. Because again, we don't all have the equipment, we don't all have the software technology and this and that to create all this crazy content. However, all those 3 videos were done with an iPhone and a tripod.
Is that your bottom quarter of your workforce, you guys probably saw this on my video, if you saw it, is 84% more costly than your top quarter.
So I take it as a badge of honor that one of the great artists on the planet has bestowed upon me the nickname of Disneyland. But that's because I'm a gratitude evangelist. And that's highly contagious. And gratitude is incredibly powerful.
Have you guys ever noticed the way customers react when your texts communicate directly with the customer? Right? How they listen intently, how they ask questions and get real, they love the tech, they want to hear from the tech. But the tech doesn't want to know. I don't want to talk to customers, I'm here to fix stuff, man. Come on, right? So if we can give them a platform where they can make a quick video and narrate it, and let them send that to the customer hears it firsthand. It's even better if they could text it straight from making the video and say, hey, I need to fix this too, it's gonna be an extra $50. Text me back and let me know. Then they go back to work on their workflow. Customer says, yeah, do that, great, I got a $50 upsell, right? Happens all the time in this business.
Fun fact, actually, I was asking Lisa what she wanted me to talk about here, because this wasn't really even on my radar, and she was like, hey, Josh, don't take this the wrong way, but you're no Mr. Beast. Do you guys know who that is? Okay, he's got like 100 million followers. And I was like, well, that kind of hurts a little bit. And then after I thought about it a little bit, I was like, you know what, she's right. She's absolutely right. Because I've been able to make such an impact with what I do without thousands of followers because people care. The followers that I do have, the people looking at my content do care about what I have going on.
So you can totally tell the difference between using that mic and not using that mic. Are you ever in a situation where making a video like that at a conference where someone's demonstrating something? Is that a type of video that would be beneficial for you to have? Not for you? Anybody here? Yeah, great, right? So you can definitely see the difference. So I would invest in that.
What determines a good relationship between a manufacturer and a service provider? You know, because we keep using this word, but I think we need to apply a definition to it. And let's take money off the table.
When you're there for a manufacturer, you know, you pull them out of a fire, you take that late night call when their regular ASA is not available, you know, you provide a part they can't find anywhere else. You know, that's the relationship that we need to get back to, the taking care of each other. The other thing that you know, really has hurt the industry is the bad-mouthing of equipment. The, you know, talking down about certain pieces of equipment or companies and things like that. Like Buck just said, we're all here together. Without service and manufacturer and parts and suppliers and dealers and reps, we don't have a job, you know. You know, everybody likes to crack on combies, you know. It's the truth, we all like to crack on combies, but the thing is, combies are a phenomenal piece of equipment. It's usually the end user who's giving us the issues with the, you know, they get a bad rap from the end user. But, you know, just propping each other up, being honest, having integrity, you know, and just bailing each other out.